Why is this in a roast? This was like a few months ago. So, hi Wonderland, it's Jake Shane, and today I'm gonna be roasting myself. Oh, gosh, Lord.
In other words, this show is...
I actually cut the video off right before I hang myself by my shirt, but I was talking about, I think I would assume a show, since that's what I said. A show I was watching. This is actually in I don't know if it was like a hotel. It was like a short-term apartment building near Cha-Cha Chicken in Santa Monica. That's what it's called, right? Cha-Cha Chicken. It's by Cha-Cha Chicken in Santa Monica. This is when I was really chubby and somebody at day camp called me fat. Do you remember the pizza place in Santa Monica? It's called like Dagwood's. I don't know. I would eat that every day, and I was really chubby, and I would make television reviews on a Tumblr website called acriticspointofview.tumblr.com, and I shared this room with my brother. Next one. Okay, so this, I dressed up as, is this I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy when I was in 6th grade, and I trick-or-treated. This was for Halloween, and I trick-or-treated around the neighborhood, and everyone was very confused. But I was really proud of the costume. This was the first time I ever cross-dressed. So I was super excited about that.
The one that's like the most memeable lyric is the when your legs don't work like they used to before. And that came, my gran had lost her ability to walk.
This is when I interviewed Ed Sheeran for my podcast Therapuss. I don't know what I was thinking in this moment. I mean, I think you can see it on my face. I was really embarrassed. But I also, to this day, every time I watch that clip, like, he introduces the idea of what's going on as a joke. So I wasn't anticipating it to land on his dead grandmother. Wait, I think she's dead. Or she lost her, whatever. It was one of the two. And, well, I guess those are not the same thing. So for context, I was very, very, very tired. Louise and I had just gotten off of 2 international flights where we got into, I'm sure, at least 2 fights. I cried at least once, and we were just in a puddle of misery. But we were so excited to talk to Ed Sheeran, so I think in this moment I was just like, I give up, kind of, on everything. My ear wouldn't pop, and I was crying. I wasn't like actively crying, but I was really upset, and the flight attendants were like speaking in Dutch to me, and like, because it was we were flying from Amsterdam, and they gave me a hot little tea cup to put on my ear. That didn't help. You can imagine the food in the Dutch airport isn't like amazing, so that also sucked. And then I interviewed Ed Sheeran and made fun of his alien grandmother. Not to sound like really stupid, but is the Boston Marathon longer than the LA Marathon?
No, all marathons are the same length. That's like common sense, I fear.
Okay, so Brett was running the Boston Marathon. We were doing a podcast episode together, and I clearly did not know that all marathons were the same length, which I still to this day, just similar to the Ed Sheeran clip, I stand by this. I don't think that that's that ridiculous. But this is actually probably my most viral podcast clip of all time, which was funny because this was the only clip we made from this episode, and it was the first episode we ever put out on a Friday. And I know that sounds stupid, but it reminded me of someone. I think I was in a podcast class my senior year of college, and they were talking about how the stuff that like really takes off, you'll never guess. You can never plan for virality, and this was just like kind of point in case. I had no idea that this would take off the way it did, and it really has. People still talk to me about it. I never like actually actively laughed out loud at this clip, nor did I think it was like that crazy that I didn't know it, but I guess people really did think, well, what is that? I've never been so embarrassed ever in my entire life. I'm literally checking if anyone's here. This is when I peed my pants at the Aloe Gym. Because sometimes when I go pee, I feel like, like it dribbles. You don't know? I guess you have vagina. But so, peed my pants a little bit at Aloe. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's like a stream. Wow. Yeah. Damn, I must have been really desperate for attention because I can't believe I posted this. But I peed my pants. And I guess while waiting for it to dry, I took a video of it and posted it. And somebody walked in and was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I peed my pants. Just like not the type of place you want to pee your pants. It was like, and I had nothing to cover it up with. Bonjour, bonjour. I'm really shaky. I'm sorry, Katie. How do you do? Please open the door. I beg of you. Standing room only. When can... Okay, so this was the first role model episode, and he was cosplaying Katy Perry and making me sing one of my poems to him or her. And this is actually probably... I think this is the most fun I've ever had while recording a Therapuss episode, because I just like, I don't know how to describe it, but like we were talking the night before, we were supposed to get a drink and like hang out, and then I canceled. And the way he was texting like didn't really match who he was as a person when he walked in the room. And so I was so thrown off by it, and I think you can see, and it made for like a really, really, really funny episode. And like, he kept kind of like making fun of me in a way that no guest had done before. And yeah, I would say this is probably the most fun I've ever had recording an episode. Louise, would you agree? And we bored. This airport is phony. It wins the worst award. Yeah, and by the way, I stand by that. The Charles de Gaulle airport is the worst airport in the entire world. It is the Paris airport. I have had my worst memories there. You couldn't even imagine. I've also never even been to Paris. I've just been to the airport. Word. Okay.
Thank you.
You liked it?
No,
I feel like I wasn't really trying, honestly. So like,
I think you need. Okay. I think you need to work on like breath work.
100%. That is funny.
Okay, let's see what we got going on.
So, hi. This is Puss Sushi. So it was sashimi or sushi. I chose the sushi because of the price. So, ew. Oh my god. So, we're gonna dive in. Cheers. Yummy. That is the laugh of my best friend Alice. She has the most contagious laugh in the entire world. Well, I think this was my senior year of college. This was one of my very first Puss reviews. I want to say it was in Palm Springs. I think this is in Palm Springs. That's Palm Springs. Honestly, look, I wouldn't choose to have it on my own free will, but I'd give it a 4 out of 8. It's not horrible.
4 out of testicles?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, aw, that was one of my first Puss reviews. That's where I was just doing Puss reviews on Past That Puss on my Instagram, and I don't think I was posting on TikTok at that point. So this is me at Governor's Ball, just so everyone has reference, when I was a senior in high school, and I thought that this shirt was like gonna put me on the map as a human. It says, "What does it feel like to be your tongue moving around in your mouth?" And everybody kept coming up to me every time I wore it and would read it to me, and I'd be like, I don't know. And I thought I was just the coolest person, and I matched the track pants, my red Adidas track pants, to the red on the shirt, and I thought I'd like changed fashion as a whole. And I guess the red glasses were just a nice touch that I added. God. So this is from Coachella, my freshman year. My hair, you guys. Oh my God. How did it even get to that point? Once again, though, I thought I like changed fashion because I matched the orange of my shirt to the orange bandana and the blue of my shirt to Brett's blue bandana. We had main character syndrome, and the reason I asked Louise if she was triggered is because I told this story when I went on tour for Therapuss so many times, like of my nightmare Coachella situation my freshman year. I guess I just don't know I historically don't know how to dress at a music festival. So sometimes my dances come to me in visions, and I had like this weird like vision of like throwing ass to the Severance theme song, and I just like made it come to fruition, I guess. Why is this in the roast? Why is this in the roast? This was like a few months ago, so I'm gonna watch it again. It's really like soothing. I have nothing to add to this. I don't know why this is in the roast one. I love this dance. This has been Jake Shane's Roast with Wonderland. Thanks for watching.